Hi, I'm Chris from Airwindows. I'm a little under the weather today. Been working real hard and doing more of those live jam things that I do. And I was going to bring out one plugin, and then I discovered that there was something going wrong with it. So I'm throwing a different plugin at you today. Different one than I was expecting to do. So without further ado, since I'm going to get this made, give you the plugin, and then go off, make some tacos, and get some rest. This is a little thing called TremoSquare. And I made this quite recently on a live stream. It is essentially, the concept is a squarewave tremolo that watches for zero crossings rather than just being a rigidly defined switch. So what that sounds like when it's in use is kind of like this. If it's at a high speed, it's like that. And that's pretty much what that does there. The idea is that this is giving you a square wave tremolo. It is not tempo synced. So the idea is it's more along the lines of that David Bowie effect off of the album Diamond Dogs, when the background vocals are going through fan blades. And because it is a zero crossing switch point, and again, this is something that I did on a live stream. So here you go. I guess the BassAmp that I was working on that was also on a live stream needs some further debugging. I might be doing some of that this coming Monday. I've also got there's all kinds of stuff going on. I have an update to clip only, which apparently is not producing 64-bit clean audio on 64-bit VST hosts. And I think I know what might be causing that, and I might be able to fix it. And I've got some updates in place for some of my biquad filter stuff that has a inverse dry-wet control where it really needs to have a dry-wet control. And on top of all of that, I got a random note from Jordan Rudess. Some of you know who that is. If you're my kind of music listener, you know who that is. Who was talking to me about a thing called GeoShred. So he may or may not get mad at the response because I was like, let's talk about your Patreon that you're starting as well. But TremoSquare is what I'm doing this week. And as you can hear, there is no clicking on the beginning and end of the notes. And an interesting side effect to that is when you're ramping it up to really high speed, you're not getting aliasing or even the overtone of the tremolo rate, even when it's right up into audio frequencies, because it's going to wait for a zero cross, and that can just blur everything out completely. Let's go up to a higher speed again. So there's that, but I can also do things like here, let me throw on just a bass sound and hear that. So that's clearly a very bumpy tremolo sound. Although it's got a kind of nice analog quality due to the switching at only 0 points. This is inspired by a Earwreck module that I do everything with. It's the WMD DVCA. And that's how I discovered this concept, but it's a concept that works perfectly well as a plugin. And as you can see, throw it up into the audio range. And the overtones are weirder than you would normally get with this kind of tremolo, because it's waiting for zero crossings to either switch on or off. So there you have it. That's the plugin for this week, because the BassAmp plugin that I was working on didn't work satisfactorily when I tried it out. So that's not coming out just yet. I need to make it so that it's not producing a burst of noise on the bass channel. And again, I might be doing that on Monday. We'll see as far as that stuff goes. But TremoSquare is available right now. So if you would like that, by all means, download it and enjoy it. If for some reason this is such a revolutionary plugin for you that you would pay $50 for it as a commercially available one, that's if you were buying it, lifetime support. That's my life, not yours, because there's only me here supporting it. And the complete source code, which is something of a generous deal, I admit. Then you should jump over to the Patreon and throw an additional $50 towards whatever it is, that's per year, towards whatever it is you're committing to, if anything. And if you don't have anything, please download the plugin anyhow. That comes first. It's more important. And the reason I'm still here doing this, and the reason I'll be here long enough to debug the BassAmp plugin and bring that out for you next week, most likely, is because other people are supporting the Patreon. And generally I can do cooler stuff when that's running and operating. And it makes it possible for me to do the open source free software thing that I do, and which I've been doing for a goodly number of years now. So there's hundreds of plugins that you can grab. And please do. On that note, I'll talk to you later. Hope you like TremoSquare. Bye-bye.